Right now, we're going to go right to our Siena Flashback segment. Our flashback tonight goes back to 1972. Siena's still a Division II team at the time, and they're opening up their season for the 72-73 season against Seton Hall down at Seton Hall. One of those games that you call a cupcake game if you're Seton Hall scheduling a Division II team to come in to start off. But it wasn't that much, it wasn't a cupcake at all. Siena pulls off a 76-72 upset win. One of the players on that team from 1972 in the Siena Indians back then was Fred Shear, who the senior on that team and the third leading scorer in Siena college history. He scored 1,400 points over 3 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game for his career. And Fred talks to us a little bit about what it was like in that upset win against Seton Hall.
Well, Fran, there's always a few games you never forget. And that night down in South Orange, New Jersey was one of those games. We were pretty excited about going down. Siena hadn't played Seton Hall in, I think it was close to 20 years, at which time Coach Curse was a player for Siena. And at that time, Seton Hall did beat Siena, so we were looking forward to something special. And fortunately, it was a night that all of us remember quite well. They played at that time in a gym called the Lost Auditorium, and it was packed. They were coached by Bill Raftery, who now works games for ESPN, and they had banners and signs all over the place, and they had a super pep band. It was really kind of a fun atmosphere to be in. I think that night we were all a bit nervous going into the game, but after the initial 3 or 4 minutes, everyone loosened up and we were ready to play. Now, we knew we could score points against them. We just had to think of a way somehow to stop them from scoring more points than we did. And it ended up that we played great defense, and we did an excellent job on the boards against them. I remember we played straight man-to-man the entire game. And I think at the half, the score was in the 30s, and I think we were up by 5 or 6 at the half. And during the second half, it was never more than a 2 or 3 point game the entire way. We played hard the entire 40 minutes, and at the end we walked out with a nice win. And what even made it more satisfying was the fact that it was the first game for Mr. Kirsch at Siena, and kind of a nice way to start off your season with. So it was a great win, not only for the team, but for the entire Siena community. And it was one that I'll remember for a long time.
That was Fred Shear from the 1972-73 Siena College squad. Looking back on the Seton Hall upset, 76-72 win against Seton Hall.